Welcome to the Yugimenz. We have a special market watch today of Ghosts of the Past to see, well, Ghosts from the Past, to see what things are actually worth, to see if it's worth buying Ghosts from the Past or it's worth buying singles just. So if we look at Ghosts from the Past, the actual, oh no, there's my. The lowest on eBay is £16.50 for 3 boosters. So ideally, you like. If you make £1 a card, you get £15 back. It's probably still worth buying. Everyone's hunting the ghost rares, so we'll start looking at the ghost rares first. And Dark Magician is the lowest of £600. It's the most iconic, most collectible one that is like everyone's chasing, like vendors and everyone just wants to open any ghost rare and sell anything they can from this set. The next ghost rare is a Blue Eyes Alternative, the lowest of £320. You have to be rich to buy all these. But 300, yeah. So the next one is the Blackluster Soldier. If you watch our opening, I opened the Blackluster Soldier just to rub it into everyone, but it's worth £300 lowest. So it's the first reprint of that card.
Dad, just on the point of that, is it worth buying? What's the pull rate of the
Ghost Rare?
Not even the ghost rare, the trap.
Evenly matched.
Evenly matched and stuff.
Well, the Ghost Rare is one every 1.5 case. Is a ghost rare, and evenly matched seems to be one per display. It's supposed to be one per display. So every £50 you spend, every £50 to £60 you spend, you should get an evenly matched. Lundy pulled 3, but yeah, Ghost is 1.5 cases. So every like £800 you spend on Ghosts of the Past, you should get a ghost rare. Sometimes there's clumping where people get 2 to 3 per case and some get none per case, which we have seen on YouTube, which is crazy. Like if you're the person that gets none, you're in a big deficit of money.
I just want to add
that's right. The next ghost rare is Firewall Dragon. It is the only way to get the text, the errated text of Firewall Dragon, and the newest artwork of Firewall Dragon, which is weird because it means it's so hard to get the errated text for Firewall. So if you want to play this card, you have to play the older versions and carry around the updated text if you want to play that card.
Definitely we go down to locals or
if you play locals or any big event, you're going to need to either buy the ghost rares at £275. Or bring the updated text for the old cards.
How would you update the text on it if you were bringing it to competitions?
Well, you just have to bring like a piece of paper or show them on like the internet. Show them on your phone about what the new updated text is. Yu-Gi-Oh! Neuron is probably the best way to do it, the app. But I don't know why they didn't reprint all the ghost rares as ultras in this set. It would have been set a lot better to try and get BLS. And stuff like that, which is weird.
Originally they brought the BLS reprint as a ghost rare.
I know, it's the only way to get it, bar the hard to get version in. What set was BLS in? Battles of Legends. The last ghost rare is Crystal Wing, which is £289. It was the last one announced. We all thought it was going to be the ghost rare in the next Duelist Pack, which is a Win Duelist Pack, which has a ghost rare, and it's a Win monster. We all thought it would be in there, and we thought Dark Magician Girl would be in here. And then when it was announced Crystal Wing instead of Dark Magician Girl, a lot of people didn't want their boxes anymore because Dark Magician Girl sells probably more than Blue Eyes and Dark Magician at the moment because everyone is.
Have you seen the new Dark Magician Girl for Rush Jewels?
Yeah, the Dark Magician Girl and Rush Jewels is really nice.
Do you think that's why?
I don't know. Everyone just loves Dark Magician. Like, it's just a mummy card, as they say.
Oh, I hate that. That's why.
The chase card that isn't a ghost rare is evenly matched at £9.40 lowest on eBay. Now, there's a big uproar because people wanted this as people like it was originally in Japan as a common in the Charmer structure deck, and they decided to take it out and put it in here as a chase card. So everyone's not really pleased about that one. So that's why it's the chase card. Every version of Evenly Matched from Joe Power and Megatins, they're all above £20. So
Up. I'm telling you, it's gonna go up.
like it's like impermanence Evenly Matched. Like it will always stay above the £10 mark. Like it's always a good investment. Maybe if it goes to 7 or 8, it might go lower.
Well, I personally invested in 3 of them.
Yeah.
Coming.
The chase card as well is Dragoonly Remus, another big uproar because it's supposed to be a structure deck. We got the Dragoonly structure deck, and they took it away from us and put it all in Ghosts from the Past. It seems to be what Konami wants to do. It sells sets, people that want to play, instead of just selling a structure deck. Well, we're surprised we got the Shadol structure deck because they could have easily put that in a set and it would have sold, but Dragoonly Remus is lowest of 12. It can be used in Dragon Link. It's why it's worth £12. It could see play in Dragon Link, which is the best deck.
You can hit Dragon Link as well.
Yeah.
Just to say,
People can play.
Go and post hit Dragon Link. That card would not.
To be fair, they could have hit Dragon Link slightly, maybe, and maybe there was some cards they could have hit. So you had to play Remus.
It's Dragon Link getting smashed.
No, there's not.
The next card is Red Supernova Dragon at £6.90. Now, I don't see this card being played or good. I just assume it's because it's a red dragon monster from the anime. Like it needs 3 tuners and a non-tuner synchro monster. Like I have no idea how you would ever make that.
Red Eyes Fusion.
What do you mean Red Eyes Fusion?
You can fuse it with Red Eyes Fusion.
How?
Is it
It's a synchro monster?
Oh no.
It needs 3 tuners and a non-tuner synchro monster?
I've seen some that have, I think it's the E, have like half a gun. Some have.
There's some misprints I've seen of this set that have some of their name missing and some blotches on the ghost rares, which put the price down. But the next cards are the Neshadol Genius. It's probably the best new sort of monster that might see play in Shadols. It's like a Burning Abyss Alich is probably the best way to put it. It's it negates the opponent's monster whenever it's sent to the graveyard. So easy Shadol fodder, Shadol fusion fodder for Shakanaga. It's the best. It's an earth, so it makes Shakanaga a lot easier to make, which is good for Shadols because it's really hard to make Shakanaga, or like Shadol core is probably the only way. Next card is Time Thief Double Barrel at £2.70. People seem to like the Time Thief archetype.
So glad they got all that hologram.
I know it's a nice looking card.
I'm kind of reason they haven't brought out a card to actually make it more consistent.
Like the card is good if you have a spell card underneath it or trap card, which is quite hard to do. I suppose I don't really know how you would get a spell or trap card from it.
You just have to hope you put one from your opponent's deck.
Yeah. Galaxy Eyes Cypher X Dragon is one people quite like at £3. It's good for whenever you're. What's the monster that steals? Galaxy Eyes. What's the Galaxy Eyes you play in your grand deck?
Sea monster, Proton.
It's got a guy Cypher Dragon, isn't that just
I think it's Cypher Dragon, yeah. Cypher Dragon can steal your opponent's monster, and then it calls itself Galaxy Eye or Cypher Dragon, and then you can overlay this on your opponent's monster, which is very good because it means you get to keep the monster forever and stuff like that. That's why, and it's a Galaxy Eyes monster, so it will always be worth something because people love anime cards.
I think the Galaxy Eyes is a lovely card.
It is nice. Dragoonity Legatus is £6.40, which surprises me, but it's from the structure deck. It's an extender, I think. It's an extender.
Is that the quick play spell?
No, it's a monster. If you control Dragon Ravine or a Dragoonity monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. If a Dragoonity monster, if a Dragoonity monster card is on your spell or trap zone, you can target one spell or trap card in the field and destroy it. Yeah, so it's an extender and destroys spell or traps. So it's pretty good. Another structure of that card is Dragoonity Glow at about £2. Adds a level 5 or higher Dragoonity monster from your deck or graveyard to your hand, which is pretty good. You can banish the card from your graveyard, then target one monster in your spell trap card equipped to a Dragoonity monster special summon defense. It's not bad. I don't think it's honestly play until I play pure Dragoonity, which people might play because Dragoonity is quite a fan favourite. Fogblade is £2. I personally love Phantom Knights, but it's probably about tier 2. It's been reprinted as a common and a secret, so I can't really see it going above £2 unless Phantom Knights become tier 1. But it's a nice cheap holo option compared to the common's probably worth the exact same price as that, so you might as well get the holo. Next is Emergency Teleport at £1.70. I would say pick these up if you can. Like every version of Emergency Teleport, it has always went to above £5 or £10. Like you have the gold one, which isn't very nice looking, and it's probably about a tenner before this came out.
What gold set was it out?
Premium gold.
The original one, was it?
Yeah, premium gold, which wasn't very nice. Like if Emergency Teleport ever comes back to 3 for Virtual World or Cosmo, all the Cosmo support in this set. If we get new Cosmo cards, Emergency Teleport could come back to 3 if they want to sell a set because of Cosmos. Heretic Seal of Heavenly Spheres, £3.50. This was a good reprint. Like it was cheap first when it came out of Dual Overload, and people sort of slept on this card, and then Dragon Link became the best deck, and it was like 20-30 quid before this reprint, so it is a very good reprint. It might go up depending on if Dragon Link's going to probably get hit in the ban list, so it might just stay at this price because people's fear of it actually getting hit. But it's a very good card in Dragoonity, any sort of dragon deck. So it's one to pick up if you want to play dragons or anything in the future. The next Shaddoll card is Hell Shaddoll Hollow at £2.70. I don't see the same play, but it's the first boss monster for Shaddoll, like main deck boss monster. Like its effect is fine. Like it makes something, like it pops something when it flips up, and then it mills. But it's 2900. It's fire for Grista, but yeah, it's fire for. But it's a Shaddoll monster. Like I could see play. Like Shaddolls like to play one-offs with a lot of cards to give them different options. So it might be one to pick up, but it seems quite expensive for what it is. The last card I have is Necros of Radbear, £3.20. Like the Necros archetype people love. Like it might be a one-off in Necros. Like I'm not too sure, but what annoys people is it's an ultra and it's not a secret to match all the other older ones, which people love. But it's nice to see older archetypes getting some support. Like Necros used to be the most broken deck there was, and now look at it. But
the cards are lovely in that one.
Yeah, like
That's our being dogmatic at the minute, isn't it?
so that's the end of Ghosts from the Past Market Watch. We can look at anything. Let's see, Pot of Prosperity. Let's see, with the remote dual YCS coming up, cards may actually go up in price because people actually need the in-hand cards. It's the lowest Pot of Prosperity is £82 on eBay. Like everyone needs it if they want to play like certain decks. Like it's not for every deck, I suppose. Like Dragon Link obviously doesn't play it, but a lot of like prices will go up because of this remote dual YCS that they're planning. But with the Megatins coming out in August, like it's quite a dangerous game to be playing any cards or have cards that are in the Megatins. Like droplets, like the lowest droplets is. No, the lowest droplets is 80, so it has slightly went down, but it should be in the Megatins. Like
surely the Megatins aren't going to drop everything, but there'll be a set beforehand that might actually drop something.
Like Lightning Storm is about. Lightning Storm is the card that is due a reprint. It's been out for what, like a year and a half, maybe. Yeah, like a year and a half. Like that should be the first card that gets reprinted out of anything. Whether it's in the Pendulum set that's coming out next month, or I don't even know what's out before the Megatins. Like
Court, is that what before Megatins?
King's Court is in June. Yeah, June. But they know Lightning Storm will sell a set if they reprint it, so they need to find a set that they don't think is going to sell very well, or it's very casual set, and then
there is 3 sets due out.
Like the lowest Lightning Storm is £68, which is still an awful lot for a card that the reprint clock is very, very close. It should have been probably reprinted by now. But what other cards? It's sort of Blazing Vortex. Like, there's not many good cards in that set. Bar Pot, like the Underworld Goddess, like that doesn't even see play, but it's probably the second best card in that set. That is £22 lowest, which is fine. Like it's the first Link 5, and with IP Masquerena, it's very good in some decks. Like ABC, it would have been good in, but they sort of hurt ABC with the ban of Union Carrier. So.
What about Magician Souls and Archosaurus? Dino one?
Well, see, Magician Souls should be in whenever Legendary Duelist Season 3 comes out. It should be a promo in it, going by the recent Legendary Duelists. It's Magician Soul, isn't it? Or Magician Souls? Oh, it's Magician. Yeah. There's never any on eBay. Like, there's 3 for 165, and there's no single ones.
365.
No, 165 for 3.
Yeah, I never had Heart Feeler. No way, I'm investing in that.
50. It should be a secret with Malicious Bane and Captain Gold in the Legendary Duelist Season 3. So it should be literally the best selling Legendary Duelist there is whenever it comes out. No, it will sell the set. It's the way it's been going with Legendary Duelists. Like we had Bingo Machine from the last one and Photon Orbital from the Legendary Duelist Season 2, which
Archosaurus, Dino, and the Dare Servant.
Archosaur, like, see, dinosaurs are on the chopping block as well, probably because they've lasted so long. Like, it's £66 for the cheapest Archosaur. Like, I suppose if you want to play in the YCS remote duel whenever this is, if it's before the ban list, you're usually going to need to buy it. Like, dinosaurs with Miscellaneousaurus are always going to be strong. It's got good matchup against Dragon Link, which is the best deck, so it might be worth so much, but £60 for an Archosaur. I know. The Dogmatica package, like, obviously the tins as well in August, but if you want to play it in remote drills, you want to need to buy them. They're 65 in the Dear Servants, so they're lower than what they used to be. They used to be about 90, but Rise of the Duelist, because of no special editions, like, the set is worth a fortune. Like, Ice Dragon's Prison is another one which is way too much for what it is. Like Ice Dragon's Prison, the lowest is 35. It's probably the best trap card in the game at the moment. It's ridiculous. Any trap deck has to play Ice Dragon's Prison. Like, it is the best trap card in this game at the moment, which is, again, Megatins. The Megatins in August should be monstrous because all of these cards should be in it. Konami probably leave some out, but
that's the Cursed Eldland.
Cursed Eldland?
Oh, the super. They forgot to
see, this should be in the Megatins. I don't know. This should be in the Megatins. Cursed Eldland. £34 for a super. Like, when this first came out, it was probably 50p to a pound. Like, if anyone who bought hundreds of them, they're millionaires by now. But yeah, £35 for a super rare. Like, I don't even think it was short printed. Like, because Golden Lord got reprinted, they had to have something that was worth money, and Cursed Eldland is definitely it. Shaddoll Schism is another card that is worth a fortune because Dogmatica Shaddoll invoked. 20 quid for a Shaddoll Schism. Like, Ice Dragon's Prison was a £3 card when it first came out, and people just refused to buy it, and it's probably the worst mistake that people could have done. But
What would the Dragon Maid for the...
Oh, Chamber Dragon Maid.
Oh,
I'd probably
Chamber Dragon Maid used to be a trash secret from Eternity Code. Now the lowest is you have to get past 33. No wait, that's Japanese. £40 Chamber Dragon Maid used in Dragon Link. Like searches tidying is monstrous. Like people didn't realize this card's potential when it first came out.
I didn't possibly realize.
Like Echo had like people wanted Access Code Talker and the Archosaur. Like no one cared about Chamber Dragon Maid, and now look at it. It's in the best deck.
Even Arthur,
What about Solitaire? Is that zombie deck?
Sharon Yuri. I don't even Sharon Yuri Solitaire. This is one of these random ultras that are worth so much money for no apparent reason. As literally the only £14 lowest. Like it's its only hollow print. It has a common print, I think, but it's the lowest. Like it's a monstrous card. Like it's such a uni zombie. Like if zombies ever become good, like this card, you need to play through.
Very glad. If you're a fan of zombies, you have to spend £15 on a card.
I know. It
So
yeah.
look at that.
So please comment underneath if you have enjoyed this. If you have any cards that you want us to cover for our next Market Watch, we'll probably do one sort of any set that comes out. The next set is the Pendulum set, which I'm trying to think of its name. Ancient Guardians will be the next set next month, and then you've got, I think, Lightning Overdrive / King's Court might be around the same time. But yeah, I'll be interested to see cards in Lightning Overdrive. But please comment below and like the video, and we hope to see you again next on Market Watch.